two-step. One, two-step.
All right, team, let's get it rocking and rolling these next 4 minutes as I play this video. Hopefully you get inspired by Zig Ziglar. But really, I want us to load up this line, guys. Let's call our teams. Let's get folks plugged in. We need to get more people plugged in for tonight. This is the last week of the month. So, guys, we're going to get rocking and rolling right after this video. Please stand by.
Zig Ziglar. Inspiring true performance.
Because I believe this is a story of life. I believe it's your story. I believe it's the story of America. I believe it's the story of success. I got a couple of good friends who many, many years ago were riding around in the South Alabama foothills. It was a hot August day, and they got thirsty. Bernard Haygood was driving, Jimmy Glenn was the passenger. They pulled behind this old abandoned farmhouse, and Bernard hopped out. He ran over, and there was an old pump on the well, and he grabbed the handle, and he started to pump. How many of you have ever used one of these old-fashioned water pumps? Can I see your hand, please? Okay, well, he had just a pumping away, you know, and after about 3 or 4 minutes, he said, Jimmy, better get that old bucket over there and dip some water out of the creek. We're going to have to prime the pump. How many of you know what I'm talking about when I say you got to prime the pump? Well, for you underprivileged non-pumpers, that just means you got to put something in here before you get something out there. See, unfortunately, a lot of people stand in front of the stove of life and they say, now, stove, you give me some heat, then I'll put some wood in you. That ain't the way it works. You got to put something in before you can get anything out. So many times, you know, the employee goes to the employer and says, give me a raise, then I'll start coming to work on time. Or so many times they will come to him and say, make me the boss. Now, I know I haven't been here very long, don't really deserve to be the boss, but I just function better when I am in charge of the thing. You reward me.
Oops, my bad.
Now, and then I promise you, I'll learn what this business is all about later on. Reward me now, and I'll produce later. It doesn't work that way. Can't you just see a youngster in school saying, teacher, if I take a failing grade home, my parents are going to skin me alive. Pass me on this quarter, and next time I'll study more than anybody else. Reward me now, I'll produce later. It doesn't work that way. Can't you just see an old farmer standing out in the fields in October and saying, Lord, I know I didn't plant a thing this year, but if you give me a big crop this year, I'll plant more than anybody next year. It ain't that way, folks. You got to put something in before you can expect to get anything out. Well, he's just pumping away. You know, that's hot. It's August. I mean, the question is just how much pumping are you going to do for a drink of water? And finally, old Bernard said, you know, Jimmy, I don't believe it's any water down there. Jimmy said, yeah, it is, Bernard. You know, in South Alabama, the wells are deep. And, oh, we're glad they're deep because the deeper the well, the cooler, the cleaner, the sweeter, the purer, the better tasting the water. And isn't that true of life? Isn't it true that if you could become an MD by 6 weeks of summer school, that the rewards would be almost minimal or nothing? And how many patients would you have? Isn't it true that if you become a sales expert in 3 days of a training school, that the rate of pay would go down rather radically? Isn't it true that anything worth doing is worth doing poorly? Until you can learn to do it well. We'll never know how many kids have missed a college scholarship because they didn't study an average of 10 more minutes a day. We will never know how we come so close to promotion, but we grew discouraged and quit too soon. We'll never know how much more success we would have had we just had a little more pumping in there, and pump and pump and pump and pump. Well, finally, old Bernard just got disgusted. He threw up his hand. He said, Jimmy, there's just no water down there. Jimmy said, don't stop, Bernard. Don't stop. If you stop, the water's going to go all the way back down, and then you're going to have to start all over. The reality is, folks, and I'm totally convinced of this, this is the story of America. This is your story. This is the story of success. This is the story of life. I believe with all of my heart that if you will pump long enough and hard enough and enthusiastically enough, that eventually the reward is going to follow the effort. And then once that water starts to flow, all you got to do is just keep a little easy, steady pressure on it, and you're going to get more water than you can possibly use. The basic problem is this. So many times people get involved in something and they'll say, well, I'll give it a try, and if it works out, that'll be good. And if it doesn't work out, I mean, hey, I ain't gonna kill myself. You know what I mean, fella? Well, I gotta tell you something, folks. You're gonna pump forever like that before anything happens. When you get into something, grab that sucker and get with it. And then once the water starts to flow, then, ladies and gentlemen, that's what Strategies for Success is all about.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I look all over the place for that. I used to train on that. I did a full training on pumping the well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Tuesday evening Nuts and Bolts training. Welcome to each and every one of you. Hopefully you had an amazing weekend. You're excited about this week. This is the last week, as I was sharing with folks who came in early. This is the last week of the month. This is the last week of the third quarter. We're literally going in the last quarter of the year 2024. October, November, December. Happy New Year. Can you believe it? The year is over. The year is nearly over. We only have 3 more months remaining in this year. And man, we got to put our heads down and get focused. We got to start pumping that well. Guys, I want you to understand this. This is so very powerful. And I see folks coming in. Please grab your teams. We have a great training lined up for tonight. Our enhanced training is going to be awesome. We're going to be talking about how to separate your business into pockets, because if you can't see it, you can't control it, and you can't grow it. So we want to make sure we are in a position to treat this thing like a business, to be able to become professional network marketers. And we're going to be talking about that. But guys, it's pumping the well. I love that concept. But one of the powerful things about network marketing when you're pumping the well, understand is you as a leader, you must start that process of pumping the well. You must be willing to put in the work. You must be willing to do the things that no one else is willing to do. You must be the one who's getting things up and going. But as you're doing that, you're building up leaders. You're bringing people onto your team. So now once you're tired, once you don't want to continue to pump, somebody else comes along and continues to pump the well for you, so you lose no momentum. Understand this, guys. So, for example, let's talk about our amazing leader, Mr. Dr. G.W. Parker, got married this weekend. An amazing wedding. I had the privilege of attending him and his bride's wedding. They took a fall back to come together as one in marriage. But he had leaders that continued to prime the pump, to keep the ball moving. We continue to have our Saturday events. We continue to keep the ball moving. That's what it's all about, where you want to build up leaders where this thing is totally system dependent and don't solely rely on you. Teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone achieves more. And it's so very true in this industry, which is what I love so very much. Now, I want to do a quick sound check. I heard a few days ago my sound was bottled, or whatever that word would be. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me clearly, I need 777s. I need fire if you're ready to start pumping the water. The water splashes, something inside the... Man, your internet connection is unstable. Okay, that doesn't impact anything. But guys, let me see some comments. Can you guys hear me clearly? And then we'll keep everything moving full speed ahead. Awesome. All right, all right. I see that. Let's get it. Guys, continue to invite your teams into this event. First and foremost, I want to definitely do recognition. We start this off with recognition. We believe that babies cry for it, grown men die for it. Everyone must understand. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you're a brand new business partner, this is your first time on this training, I say welcome to each and every one of you. Congratulations on deciding to take control of your financial future. Congratulations on bossing up. Congratulations on saying, hey, I'm going to build my own economy. I'm not going to sit around and wait for the government to give me a stimulus check. I'm going to stimulate my own check. I'm going to stimulate my own bank account. That's what you decided to do when you became a business partner with MWR Financial, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you who are brand new in the business. Congratulations to all of our newest promotions in terms of our new executives since last Tuesday, our new 2 stars, 3 stars, and above. Guys, man, congratulations to each and every one of you. We see you, we appreciate you, and we're reaching back to grab more and help them to become executives, because that's what this business is all. And then, of course, the show up test. I congratulate every one of you who showed up. Understand this, guys, and this is just simply a sad reality. People ask me, what are the pros, what are the cons in this industry, saying all these things about guaranteed income, helping people with their finances. Man, what happened to my colors? Just distorted. Okay, anyway, I am a purple man right now, the Las Vegas purple guys. But understand this, when individuals ask what's the hardest part, when it comes to this business, I tell them straight up, the con is that we have to deal with people. People will hurt your feelings. People give up. People don't show up. People is the only con, but at the same time, people is the blessing. Because, hey, listen, we have the ability to build up people, help people. People have the money. So who do we get it from? We get it from the people. And guys, when we go out here and understand that we're simply in the business of helping people become professional network marketing professionals, man, this business becomes easy. Guys, I need you to understand this. You are becoming a network marketing professional. And if you treat it like a profession, you're going to get paid what professionals get paid. Top dollars, 6-figure, 7-figure incomes. Understand that. Some people just want to get 5-figure incomes. There's professions out there who just make 5 figures. But understand that the sky is the limit with this amazing opportunity if you treat it as such. This is a business, guys. Understand this. But in my training today, one of the things I'm going to talk about, I want you to take this note. Treat it like a job until it pays you like a business. Treat it like a job until it pays you like a business. What do you mean by that, Ben? I don't want another job. Of course you don't. But here's what I know. If a job told you to be here at 8:30 p.m., don't be late, you would have been here at 8:15 p.m. with pen and pad ready for orientation. If your job told you to do X, Y, Z, you will come and show up every single day to build and work your job, someone else's vision, dream, and that's simply reality. So I want you to think job, work, opportunity, treat it like job until it treats you or pay you business. Up. And every day you do the necessary activities to get the results that you're looking for. Detail why I say treat it like a job, because When you show at a job, you already know what your assignment is. But unfortunately, when you come into this business, I mean, you joined, but you really don't know the assignment. You show, hey, what do I do? I'm in network marketing. My company's MWR Financial. What do I do every single day to get a desired result, which is growth and money? So one of the key things we are doing and making sure that's in place as leadership is making sure everyone has a daily method of operation that's predictable and expandable, so your business is continuing to grow like clockwork. So that's very important, guys. One of the key things of becoming a network marketing professional is committing to personal development, being on a mission to becoming a better person, reading the books, listening to positive conversations from folks like the Jim Rohns and the Zig Ziglars. If you never heard of Zig Ziglar, that's who was just speaking in the beginning. For those who got here earlier, you know, hint, note, get in early, 5 minutes early at least. You'll get some bonus training from the videos that I share. That's what I try to bring, that quality there, set the tone. But if you show up late, you missed it. All you get is me. But guys, personal development, we have a reading club every Saturday morning at 9:30. It's powerful. I love listening and reading and hearing individuals who are just expanding and growing as a mastermind. It's absolutely empowering. You want to make sure you commit to that if you choose to. Nothing you're obligated to, again, but if it was a job, and they say, hey, Saturday morning at 9:30, we show up at the creditteam.com, you'll show up. Because you want to sharpen your axe. You want to get better. You want to become. Be, do, have. Understand this. So every Saturday morning, you want to be plugging into our reading club. Man, we were reading this book right now. I took it to the other place. Okay, I don't have it in front of me. But it's with Tom Schreider, Big Al. Awesome book, Building an MLM, Network Marketing Leaders and Network Marketing. Powerful book, excellent. You want to get plugged in, guys. Stay connected to the source. It's imperative as you're brand new. I'm talking to our new people right now, which is all of us. You want to stay plugged in. I can't emphasize it enough. When you feel like you don't need the meeting needs you. Understand this. When you don't feel like you need the meeting needs you. And then at the same time, on the flip side of that, okay, on the flip side of that, hopefully you guys can still hear me. When the meeting, so when you're feeling good and excited, we need you here. We need your excitement. We need you to show up. We need your presence. And at the same time, when you're down and out, you need the meeting. So showing up is everything. And I thank you again for being present, being where you are. There's some predictable faces that are always here. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you for being those predictable faces as we go in this journey and start building, guys. So let's talk about launching your business. The whole process, this whole platform is based on one, helping a brand new person get launched and get to him and her first paycheck. Keep it simple, get to them, and then we go into an enhanced training. So let's jump into our getting started right. We have a great enhanced training, guys. I'm very excited about it. So as we sit back and launch our business, understand that launching your business requires commitment. And it doesn't require, like they say, we don't want part-time effort or spare time effort. We do want part-time effort. We don't want spare time. We don't want you to treat this like a hobby. We want you to treat this like a job. We want you to show up. This is your part-time job. Understand this. This is your part-time job. And as you go to work at your part-time job, you have the ability to write your own check based on your commitment and activities that you do. We want that type of situation where you say, hey, you're hired. This is your part-time job, and you can get paid as much as you want based on your activities. So you can make just $5 a day, or you can make $20 a day, or you can make $100 a day, or you can make $15,000 a day. The only thing is, how will you show up every single day? You have the ability to build yourself up. Or would you rather say, hey, we're going to pay you $11 an hour. You come in, give me 4 hours and go home. And all that does is simply put you on another tax bracket. That whole part-time job, that whole check goes to the IRS. So guys, we're telling you, with this part-time business, treat it like a part-time job, show up, have a strong why, where your why will make you cry, where you are so committed to making this thing work. Don't let nothing take you out. I had an individual gave up before they even got started. I'm like, what are you quitting? You didn't even get started. But their why wasn't big enough. And I'm gonna tell you, people quit. And when they quit, guess what? You label them as a quitter. I'm just saying. People quit, people stay, people grow, people make a lot of money. It is what it is. We don't know who's going to be what until they decide to be what they want to be. That's simply the reality. So when a person quits, what do you label them? A quitter. But guys, if your why is strong enough, you won't let nothing take you out. You won't let people not showing up at a private business reception take you out. You won't let the fact that it's uncomfortable making a phone call, or the fact that everybody that you talk to is not being receptive, take you out. Because you're learning, you're growing, you're getting better. Understand this, guys, but your why has to be strong. Take the time right now. Make sure you put that why together as we go into the last 90 days of the month, and share your why with your sponsor, man. Your plugged in sponsor who's getting things done. It's imperative that you do that, because that's going to be that fuel that's going to help you to move this thing, because realizing that success loves speed, we got to move quickly. Time is for nobody. 90 days is all we have. And the reality is October, November, because folks, and we don't, and I'm not going to say that the end of the year, by December, everybody stops moving, because with this type of business, that's not usually the case, because we're talking finances. So we could talk money, and I've had growth during Christmas. It's just a state of mind. Understand this. So we could grow and get momentum going through the holidays and everything, but it's imperative that these next few weeks, the end of this week, going into next month, Shocktober, October, November, we need to create so much momentum, guys, staying laser focused. Everything's about to get distracted. We got the Halloweens. We're about to get the all the parties at the jobs and things of that nature. This is where the true builders and leaders separate themselves from those folks who are treating this like a hobby. I'm just saying. So is it a hobby or is it a business? You want to make that decision. And if you're treating this like a business, if you want to build and pay you like a profession, you got to put on your blinders and get laser focused on bringing in new partners and helping them to get fast start qualified. You know what I'm saying, guys? You want to bring in new partners and help them to get fast start qualified. That's our business. We're in a business of creating, producing, and promoting executive directors. And in between all that, we sell memberships, we have fun, but we help come in and we promote executive directors. Can you put in the comments, go ED, go ED, go ED. Guys, it's time to go ED. That's all we do. We help people join the business and go executive director. Once you're in the executive columns, now we're going executive 2-star, executive 3-star, executive 4-5, and then we jump over into the regionals. Understand this, guys. So one of the key things and components to that is you want to make sure you get your first steps to success sheet. You want to make sure you get your first step to success sheet. My computer's doing some weird things right now. Bear with me, guys. I don't even know what's in front of everybody. But in that first steps to success sheet, you want to have your username, password to be able to get into your back office. It's absolutely imperative to be able to go into your back office and activate your membership. I mean, why are you using services? You want to use the services, get your credit repaired. I got a great credit score, 600, whatever you say, but there's room for more. Get 800. And then, of course, you want to reduce your taxes. You want to put yourself in a position where you're utilizing these services and you're winning. Understand this, guys. Bear with me. My computer's doing weird things. Guys, let me know that you guys can hear me. I apologize. Zoom quit unexpectedly. Jeez. Hold on. Hold on, guys. What happened here? All right. There we go. Can you see the slides? All right, let me move through this. My computer's acting stupid. All right, so you want to make sure when you come in, you get with your sponsor. This is in the back on the Facebook files. Pull this information. You want to get this information. You want to fill it out. Basically, utilize the membership, utilize the services. You want to make sure you're in a position where, one, you're leveraging and taking advantage of. Wow. This is crazy. Can you guys hear me? I don't see nothing on my screen. I'm about to cuss. But anyway, using the slides is absolutely imperative. You want to make sure you leverage and utilize the slides. Wow, what's going on with my computer? I apologize. I opened up a virus the other day. I thought I cleaned it out, but it is acting up right now. I have a black screen. This sucks. Hey, if you guys can hear me, do 777. I'll just go forward and just talk to you for a while until I can. I'm glad I got this computer right here. All right, you guys can hear me. All right. Hey, let me just talk. I don't see my screen. I apologize. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But anyway, so you want to make sure you get the getting started right sheet. Go to the sheet. You want to schedule your private business receptions. It is absolutely imperative, team, to launch your business. We want to keep it real simple. Get to the money. One of the best ways to get to the money and launching your business is having an immediate private business reception. Your first 72 hours is what my philosophy is. If you join today as a new partner, within the next 72 hours, and then because of the technology we use, you can have emergency private business receptions today. Literally, And that's the thing. Hey, all we're doing is gathering individuals to come into a Zoom and hear about your grand opening. It's an emergency PBR. We move with urgency. So today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, by Friday afternoons, no later than Saturday, you want to be having your grand opening, a private business reception. You invite 50 people into your private business reception. And out of those, it's not coming back. I can't show you anything, but hey, this is old school. We used to be on conference calls. You just could see me. But where was I? Yeah, so you're just having a grand opening, private business reception where you're inviting people to your home or to your Zoom, whatever your Zoom is. We have Zooms. The Zooms I use, joinmylaunch.com. We put folks in a room. You invite 50 people, 10 people show up. You get there early as the host. And basically, when it's right at the top of the hour of 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever it may be, guys, I'm so happy that you came to support me in my grand opening. I'm excited about this amazing opportunity that I have to be able to get my finances in order. Share your why. Be passionate, be emotional, grab them by the heartstrings. Guys, people move on emotion. People will follow and support you based on your emotion. Let them know that I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired, robbing Peter to pay Paul as a single mom. As you all know, it was dire during the pandemic, but we made it through, and I realized how vulnerable I was financially, and I don't want to ever feel that again. I got involved with this business so that I can take control of my own economy, and I wanted to let everybody know what I'm doing, and I thank you guys for coming in to support me. But I'm going to get out the way. I want to introduce you to my business partner who's going to do all the work on my behalf. This individual is well documented in this industry, loves helping people down to earth, and loves knows all the facts. Those are the 4 characteristics. Knows all the facts. The greens, loves helping people. The yellows, loves having fun. The blues, documented in this industry. The reds. So you don't know who's in your audience. So they're going to hit all those characteristics. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I want to introduce to you Mr. Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez, I turn the call over to you. And at that point, you put tape on your mouth and allow the expert to do a full, comprehensive overview for your guest. You invited 50, 10 showed up. You invited 50, 2 showed up. Whoever shows up, shows up. Please don't be like sitting there at the top of the hour saying, hey, I'm waiting for about 3 or 40 more people who said they were going to come. Whoever's there is there. And that's who we're going to present to. And here's the key thing. It's all said and done. You got the private business reception, 20, 30 minutes, and then the host is going to close it out. They're going to bring you in. You're going to thank everybody for coming and let them know, hey, listen, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be following up to get you signed up to lock in your money spot. And you want to follow up with those individuals right away, because as a presenter, we're letting people know you want to lock in those first 3 to 12 positions. Those are the money spots. We have to start creating urgency. We can't let this thing drag along. Those first 3 positions, that breaks new executives. Those are the money spots, because we're going to be placing individuals in those 3 positions. Whoever locks in those first 3, they're in a position to make some incredible income, because that overflow is going to fall into your organization. So let's not drop. Either you sign up now and folks fall in your organization, or sign up later and you fall into individuals' organizations. That's the conversation that we'll have with people, guys. But we want to schedule those private business receptions. We want to help you to get to 3-star executive. My computer is really not going to give me my screen. There we go. Look at that. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm jumping ahead. You guys, they playing with me. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me, please, 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 please. All right, here we go. So, and doing that, what's going to take place is you're going to be able to be in a position because we want to help create 3-star executives quickly. Understand this, guys. I'm zooming forward because my computer's acting stupid. And I want y'all to see the slides that I created. So we want to schedule your private business reception. We want to get your folks on board. We want to get people signed up. You know, and let me add a sidebar. In that adversity, and you guys stuck with me, but 3 people said, oh, this thing, I don't want to just see his face. The slides doesn't work. See, that's how you sort people out. Everybody's understand this, man. This is all a process and everything moves accordingly. And we turn lemons into lemonade. Awesome. I'm glad you guys were able to hear me. Thank you, Elisa. So guys, we break your brand new executive. You just made $300 because you get $50 for each person, $150 and a momentum bonus. And then we book a meeting from a meeting. So we book and schedule immediately. Guys, we've got to set the expectation. When a brand new person come on board, listen, we want to help you get paid and promoted. How fast do you want to get your money back? Immediately. Great. We need to schedule your grand opening, just like I did, in the next 72 hours. Guys, I'm telling you, if you grab this, once we grab this, it's going to be unstoppable. So now we book their private business receptions, 1, 2, 3. So what's that? And I usually say schedule 2 PBRs, but let's just say we did 1. That's 3 PBRs the following week that you're going to be doing. You have those 3 PBRs. Each one of those individuals become executive. They get that 150, they get 300, you make $450. And then what we do, book a meeting from a meeting. We schedule their PBRs. So now each of these individuals are doing private business receptions within the next 72 hours. So here's the thing, your leadership, you want to have people helping you. We're going to book it out accordingly. Your calendar's on fire. You can do it. Trust me, we're here to help you in that regards. So now, as you're helping those individuals go, you broke new executives. They got their 150. These folks got their 450. You just got $900. You're now what is called a 3-star executive. You're in leadership. You put yourself in a position where as you go through that whole process, this could be all done within 3 weeks. Every week we break EDs. Every week we break EDs. Every week we break EDs. We got to sort people out? Hey, if you're coming in, we expect you to help bring on 3 new partners within the next 7 days. Are you committed to that? What does it take? We have private business receptions. At least commit to 2 PBRs, an emergency one in the next 72 hours, where you're just going to invite people into the living room, onto the Zooms or into your living room. We do a full presentation. We see who's ready to join as a member and as a business partner. And we're going to bring on your 3 new partners. Would you be committed to that? See, these are things that we must expect from people. As an entrepreneur, at your job, there's an expectation. When you hire and bring on new partners, we have to establish an expectation. We expect you to come on board, not to come in and take up space, but to come in and have a grand opening, share this with people you know, love, and care about, and just go through the numbers. Some people will take 50 people to get 10 people to sign up. Some it take 100 people. You got to invite 100 people to get 10 people to show up, to get 3 people to show up. It's all numbers, whatever it takes, but we want to help you to be good at launching. And what did Zig Ziglar say at the beginning? Sometimes you got to be willing to be bad in order to be good. Understand this, guys. In the beginning of everything, nobody shows up good. Please understand that. That's that social media crap. Everybody's looking great. They got the filters and everything. Everybody's looking like their life is wonderful and hunky-dory. No, everybody has to go through the process of being a rookie, being bad, sucking at whatever they're good at now. It's a process. And you can't skip that process. The good thing is you can leverage those of us who've been through the process that can help you to move through this so you don't have to fall on your face like, some people have. But we break new executives every single week. We're going to be breaking 3-star executives on an ongoing basis, guys. Every month, we're going to be having new 3 stars breaking. And that's going to be so powerful. But it's just simply based on controlled activities. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. What's going on with my computer? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys still see me? I am being I'm going through it over here. Hold on, guys. I thought I was moving the screen and it's not even moving. All right. All right. Can you guys hear me? All right. This sucks. All right. There's another way around it. It's saying that your screening share is paused. So unpause. Stop. All right. And let's start again. And go. Stop and go. All right. No? Yes. All right. All right. So let's keep it moving. You are a 3-star executive, guys. This is how we're going to run through the comp plan. This is how we're going to run through it. This comp plan is too amazing. And I was looking at it over the weekend and I was like, man, this comp plan is absolutely amazing. We have the ability to make $15,000 a day, $450,000 a month in our base salary. Just making up $30,000 a month in our base salary. Once you get to $30,000 a month with the duplication that I was just telling you about, see, when you get to $30,000 a month, if you are Superman and you're doing all the work, you're just going to get $30,000 a month. But if you're building leaders and teaching folks how to become presenters, and you got duplication take place in your organization, folks working from a calendar, people are doing private business receptions on your team, now you have 30,000 coming in a month, plus you have a predictable, based on your calendar, now you can hold your team to say, hey, every week, what you got? How many PBRs you got lined up for the week? How many PBRs you got lined up for the week? Hey, I'm doing 10 PBRs this week. Based on those 10 PBRs, you get 2 recruits out of each PBR. Let's say on average, 10 PBRs, that's 20 new recruits. You got 4 leaders, 5 leaders doing that. That's 20 recruits times 5. That's 100 new recruits coming into your business for the week. Now we build up to that, but 100 new partners coming into the business, just say at $30 per partner that comes on board, that's $3,000 in just bonuses on top of your $30,000. Not to mention all those $300 momentum production bonuses for every 6 new partners that come on board, and not to mention the breakaways, and not to mention, man, come on, guys. This comp plan is crazy once we get on the same page. Once we master the art of $20 a day, $50 a day. The art of getting people started right, helping people launch their business with the private business receptions, booking a meeting from a meeting, having PBRs going on at all times. There should be no days without a PBR taking place, whether you're doing it or someone on your team is doing it. And that's my ultimate vision going into these next 90 days, is helping create and build up more leaders to be doing private business receptions. Guys, I mean, come on. It's a 30-minute, back in the day, and I'm just gonna, this is the soapbox. But back in the day, we had to leave the house and get into living rooms and do private business receptions and have people not show up. How many of us been to those dark houses where the lights was turned off? You heard people moving around saying, shh, he's outside, Mr. McCrae's here. And I drove an hour and a half down to South Carolina and nobody showed up, nobody opened the door. Or you go to a private business reception, you tell them, don't change around the furniture, please don't cook anything. And then they go out and put a whole spread out because they just know 20 people are gonna show up and nobody shows up but auntie, and it's a whole smorgasbord of food, and you just sit there eating and say, you should have made all this food, and then you just get back in your car and drive. We don't have to do that. Maybe eventually, but because we have a service and it's simple, it's money, we can literally build a strong business strictly through the Zoom. Technology has changed the game. Understand this, guys. Technology has changed the game. We can literally run people around the bases from our home in our pajamas. I'm going to run through this quickly because my computer's acting stupid. I want to get to the last slides. So understand this, guys. We got the baseball diamond, and we're going to be really, it's a conversation. It's a culture we got to create. We're going to be asking people, well, this is how I'm communicating with my team. How's are your bases loaded? Who do you have on the bases? Think about that. Who do you have on the bases? How many people you have in play with our tenant play sheets? I was at the Parker's wedding, and the Wootens. It was so cool. They were like, I was talking to Slim, and he was talking about 2 days. He get it. That's the kind of conversations you want to be having. You want the team to be talking about, hey, I'm doing my 2 days. I'm running people around the bases. I got a few people on first. I got some folks on second. I'm bringing them around third. I got some folks, my pipeline is full. See, that's the conversation where you can really build a culture around that and get results that's going to be predictable. Understand what I'm saying, guys? And the ultimate thing is, of course, getting people in the club. I'm reiterating what I said in a different way. What is getting folks in the club? We got the 600 Club, which is 2-star, 12 people on your team, $20 a day. You open up your $300 bonus for the production. That's the 600 Club. I personally think as a team, we should have pens for this. We should be absolutely doing major recognition for the 600 Club, and then the Comma Club, which is a 3-star and above. You're making a comma in your check. Everybody wants a comma in their check. $1,500 a month, that does damage to folks' lifestyle in terms of enhancing it, knocking out bills, putting them in a better position. If that's the extra $1,500, and now you open up the codes and everything of that nature. The way this starts, again, I'll end it the way I started it, is working through your calendar. Private business receptions, guys, money-making activities. What's your calendar looking like? How many PBRs do you have lined up for the week? And that's how you're going to predict the type of promotions and income that you can make. Guys, I'm driving it like a sergeant. I'm driving it like a supervisor at a job. Let's get your private business receptions booked. Because and understand this, guys, and everything is voluntary, but my time is precious. And you're coming in, when a person's coming into this business, we can't let people come in and not do the work and then quit. Because then they're going to go out there and say, that business don't work. MWR Financial doesn't work. No, they didn't work. They didn't do their private business reception. Understand this. So let's jump into our enhanced training real quick and we'll open it up. Guys, keep it simple, get to the money. And I'm not even going to be able to go through all this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show it to you. And then we're going to break it down next week as we go into the new month. But one of the things we're committed to as leadership is the 10 steps to success. The 10 steps to success. Take a picture, get a copy. It's on the Facebook page, but you want to make sure that you grab a copy. Starting off your day right, staying connected, 2 to 5 exposures a day, depending on your full-time or part-time. Attend all the weekly events. Invest in yourself and your team. Attend every Super Saturday, attend every convention, retain your membership, maintain your qualification. Find a workout partner and choose a mentor. Along with double your business 1 year from now, staying in the business, being committed to the process. It's a process. I'm adding I'm combining, and I'm gonna tweak this a little bit, because private business receptions, I find that the meat, that's the heart of our business. That's how we built big organizations. Mr. Ramirez would agree with me on that. That's what it's all about. So here's the enhanced training though. I was under the mentorship of Holton Buggs, who was the top income earner in the entire industry of network marketing at one point. And one of the things he taught was building your business in zones. And I think this is something that I'm going to implement. I think you should implement, I've done it. I'm going to really start doing it even more aggressively and hold people towards doing it as well. He said there's blue zones, red zones, and white zones. So right now we're in the red zone. I'll explain that to you. So, and write this down, take a picture. A blue zone is when you're first starting off the week, which will be next week. Next, you break your business into 10 weeks, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days. Every week. So your first 10 days, your second 10 days, your last 10 days. Your first 10 days, your second 10 days, your last 10 days. Your first 10 days is the blue zone, all out massive exposures. So when we go into the month of October, you got your list, just exposing everyone. Hey, listen, I call it GAP, G-A-P. Grab a pen. Hey, listen, I don't have a lot of time. Grab a pen. Do you keep your income options open? Yes, great. Grab a pen. Take this website down, benjaminmccrae.com, or whatever your website is. I strongly encourage you to get a domain name. Use your name, use whatever, getpaiddaily.com, whatever you want to use, something simple and catchy, not MWRfinancial.com / whatever. Because that's 1, long, that's 2, you're branding a company, that's 3, people can't misspell it, and it's so many reasons why you don't want to use a long link. I use benjaminmccrae.com or whatever it may be. I do use a long one, which is the ultimate cash flow system, but you want to use that. Grab a pen, take this name, take this website down, benjaminmccrae.com. Once you have them, go to your site. I'm going to call you back within the next few minutes. Let me know. Text me quickly. Let me know if you want to end. Keep it moving. Massive exposures. First 10 days, your massive exposure. You're loading up. You're loading up your pipeline. Massive exposures, massive exposures, massive exposures. The next 10 days, massive follow-up. That's the white zone. You're following up. Hey, you followed up with some of the people already, but those next 10 days is you're really following up with folks, seeing where they are, moving them around the bases. You can get them on second base, third base, invite them to a live event or whatever it may be. So your massive follow-ups on your white zones. And then on your last 3 days, this week, right now where we are, is the red zone. This is massive closing. See, if you filled up your pipeline all week long, all month long, with the massive exposures, massive follow-ups, here's where in the red zone, you have the leverage of closing out the month. I need you to understand the power of closing out the month. That phrase alone, hey, listen, Anna, listen, I'm getting back with you. The month is coming to an end. We're closing out the month. We're closing out the quarter. And I just wanted to follow up and help you to make a decision on whether you're jumping in or jumping out. We got a lot of people who, you got posture when you set deadlines. I hope you grab that. The last days of the week, you have more posture where you say, hey, I'm closing out the month. We're following up. I don't want to leave anybody sitting on the fence. I don't have a lot of time. We got folks who's lining up. This is where you can start leveraging and be like, hey, I brought on 3, 4, 5 other people. Do you know? And we'll train on this because we don't train on this enough. You can leverage the recruits that you brought on board. We have the ability to place people within a 60-day time frame where you could bring on a person who brought on and became executives or 3 stars, and you could call a person who's sitting on the last week of the month. You got a go-getter, and you can say, listen, if you serious, if I know you're sitting on the fence, but I need you to know I already have someone who's a 3-star. You come on board, lock in your position. We could put that person in your organization and get things moving full speed ahead. You can do that in this business and you lose nothing, which is absolutely awesome. And it's a tool, it's a secret weapon that we don't leverage enough. But the red zone right now, this week, we should be closing, and bringing on as many people as possible. We got to get back to, and one thing I love about this, again, is it's an environment, it's culture. It's hey, man, we're in the red zone. We can have that type of conversation where people trigger and say, okay, it's time to close out the month. We got to build our business. We build it from week to week. And in every week, there's phases to it. Right now, the beginning of the month, we're blue zone. We're massive exposing. All our massive exposures. We're in the middle of the month, we're in the white zone. We're following up. We're moving people around the bases, getting those second and third exposures, bringing in those who want to get in, moving those who want to move along to second base, third base. But then at the end of the month, we massive closing. We come in with posture. Get off the pot. Hooper, get off the pot. Are you in or you out? Give me my yes, give me my no. And you can leverage whoever's sitting around, whatever you leverage, bring people in to close out the month strong and get those numbers and start breaking new levels at the end of the month. We got to have a next level mindset. Guys, I hope that registers with you. We'll build on this even more. But man, with the comp plan that we have, and adopting this kind of mindset, oh my God, it'll be over. What's going on? Build to the next meeting tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon. I have a lunch presentation. We're doing a luncheon earn at 12 noon tomorrow on the same bridge, same platform. And then tomorrow evening is the big event. We have the professionals, Mr. Wilner, Mr. Felton, doing some amazing things. They're going to be presenting tomorrow evening. Let's leverage and take advantage of all the opportunities that we have in front of us, guys. And let's get our folks, let's get our teams, let's get everyone plugged in accordingly. So with that being said, let's open it up. Any questions, any comments from anyone? Let's see, I can unmute your line here. You can unmute yourselves. The lines are open. I think your videos are open as well, right? There you go. I can give you video too. I thought I had y'all with video. I apologize. Any questions, any comments? Can you guys hear me? Don't tell me I'm out here talking to myself. Can you guys hear me?
Great presentation, Mr. McCray and Coach Ben. Love the zones.
Thanks, Miss Claudia. I
Michelle.
thought I was out here in the
It's
wilderness
Michelle.
talking to
I'm
myself.
under the weather. I have the flu, so I kind of sound kind of raspy. But great presentation, and I am going to go into the zone thing. Thank
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for your feedback. I truly appreciate it. Get well. Get well soon, definitely. All right. Well, hey, listen, team.
Fernando, before we log out, I have a training in Spanish, but one of the things that we need to understand is the importance of, having our leadership give us the guidance, which is what you gave us today, and build on the trainings. And keep this in mind, guys. If you build the trainings will build your business. These are where the nuggets, are shared. This is like a puzzle. You build a puzzle, a piece at a time. But if you're able to bring a team, behind you, 3 teammates behind you, right? I'm talking about 3 different, 1 team, 2 teams, 3 teams separate. 3 teams. If you do that and you bring them on board, it'll be easier to build the puzzle, which is the puzzle to financial freedom. So once again, thank you so much, Coach Ben, for tonight's training. Next week, I'm planning to promote it even more and bring more folks. I want to make sure that I always have 3 teams participating, and it looks like we have done that tonight. So our teammates,
Awesome.
pretty much the same thing. We got Elisa 1 team, Dania 1 team. Obviously, we got Wendell another team, and Ayana another team. Ron is a part of our teammates. So that's 3 teams that we have here. So who else wants to participate next week? And if you don't have a team right now, compromise to recruit 3 people this week, and next week we're going to recognize you, aren't we, Coach Ben? Right?
Oh, absolutely. And that's exactly it. And that's exactly it. Awesome feedback in that regards. And guys, I apologize for my technical challenges. It was my computer's going in and out, turning off and on. It's crazy, but yes, showing up every week, and when you build your business, when you show up, whether it's at the conventions, on these types of trainings, as Fernando stated, you want to show up and bring 3 legs at least. You want to take inventory and make sure you have 3 representations, and always bring in more and more people inside minimum. And that's where your business evenly, and you got that momentum and everything in nature. So absolutely. Thanks for your participation, sir. Anyone else before we jump off?
Hey, great work, my friend. Awesome.
Who's that?
GW.
I don't see your face there. Oh, there you are. You on here twice? Anyway, hey, thanks. Hey, Mr. Parker. Thanks for coming up for some air.
I'm 3 paces at one time, my friend. I've mastered it. So you may see me twice here.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you, and hey, it's good to see you, man. I know you're tired, you're busy, you got a lot going on, but you're committed to the growth, man. You're committed to the process.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Now's the time to win.
Now's the time. Absolutely. Anyone else? Last comments before we jump off, guys? Again, tomorrow we have our luncheon at 12 noon, and then we have our big event tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. all on the Zoom.thecreditteam.com. Make sure you get plugged in. Don't end the night without writing your tomorrow on paper. And man, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, team. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take charge, everyone. God bless. Let's go and grow.
Good night.